All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for jumping on with me in this master training. My name is Jeremy Jenkins, and today we're going to talk about something awesome. It's called professionalism in networking. Okay, so professionalism. Why would we want to be professionals in this? Well, we're going to talk about 10 reasons why professionalism is key to what we're doing. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that our image is professional, right? So we want to have our contact info, right? I mean, that's the basics. If we're out there talking to people, we're prospecting, we're sharing, people want to know how to get in touch with us, right? We need to make sure that our contact info is all over, right? We don't want to hide. We want people to be able to find us and send us an email or give us a call or whatever it is so that we can be in touch with them. Okay. So if you are nervous about giving out your personal cell phone or something, right? One thing you might want to do is get a Google Voice number. Okay. So, Gmail is really cool in that sense because every Gmail account has all the tools you need. A Gmail account has a YouTube channel. A Gmail account has a Google Drive where you can store files. But it also comes with a Google Voice number. That's a free phone number that you can get, that you can share, and then you can have it forward to your actual cell phone number or whatever, okay? So if you're all nervous about giving out your cell phone, just do that. Go get yourself a Google Voice number and your Gmail and make sure that that's what you're sharing, right? And it'll alert you so you know, oh, okay, this is coming in from Google Voice. So you know it's probably a prospect or somebody asking for more information, and you can take the call or set it up, right? So Gmail is awesome because it's free and it has all these amazing tools that you can get. Okay, so make sure you have that on your business cards. Make sure you have that on your Facebook profile, on your LinkedIn profile, all of the places where we do stuff. You want to have your email and your phone number for sure. Then, of course, we want to have all of our social media accounts that we can, right? Now, don't go crazy on it, but definitely Facebook, even though people might hate Facebook or whatever, you know what? It's the best place to go because it's the biggest one. It just is. Right? And if you want to catch fish, you want to go where there's a lot of fish. It's just the way it is. And so it doesn't matter your politics. It doesn't matter, if you're not real keen on Mark Zuckerberg for whatever reason, doesn't matter. Okay. Doesn't matter if you're afraid you're going to run into your old high school sweetheart on Facebook. Okay. Don't worry about that stuff. Go where the fish are. And where are the fish? They are on the big social media platforms. So go make sure you have a Facebook, make sure you have an Instagram, make sure you have a LinkedIn, right? Twitter, that's optional, but YouTube for sure, right? And make sure on all those profiles that you have who, what, where, why, and when, okay? So who are you? What are you? Okay, where are you? Why are you doing this? And when should we do it, right? Just make sure it's all out there. Then, of course, you want a professional photo, right? And well-written 1-paragraph bio on there, okay? So we're talking, make sure you're dressed nice, right? Don't put a picture of the company. Don't put a picture of your dog, right? Don't put a picture of, some beautiful sunset out there. No, put you looking good, okay? And then, one thing, like, for example, if you look at mine, I'm sitting there with my son, right? So it's a picture of me in a shirt and a tie, and I've got my little boy sitting on my knee, and we're both smiling, right? Why? What does that do? Well, it makes people realize, oh, okay, he's professional and he's a family man, right? That kind of thing. And so it makes people want to do business with you, right? That's what we want to do, okay? And then, of course, because if we don't define ourselves, someone else will, right? And it's not the person who builds the best mousetrap, it's the person who puts out the best cheese, right? That's what we want to remember, okay? And then, of course, we have to define who we want to be. Are we a product guru? Are we a fortune guru? Are we a travel guru? Whatever, right? We can put whatever we want. There's all kinds of things you can put on there, right? But make yourself out to be an expert, right? A professional. How do you want to be known, right? If you could define your legacy, what would you want it to be? And put that in that paragraph and in your description, Okay. If you do this, if you have your, and of course on a business card, right? You can go old school, right? It doesn't all have to be online, but make sure you've got all this information in some way that you can get out to the people, whether it's online, in the field, on the street, whatever. But we are going to be professionals. Okay. All right. The next thing, of course, is then once we've defined ourselves, we want to make sure we're being ethical. This is a key thing, right? And the reason is because, unfortunately, there's a lot of scammers out there, right? There's a lot of unethical people, and people have been burned, right? People have been taken advantage of in our industry. And so we want to make sure that we have the utmost integrity, respect, and ethics, and that we're being honest and all of that, because in the end, if we're not, it will come back to bite us. All right. It might take time. It might, be a year or 2 years or whoever knows how long for them. But eventually it will hurt the company. It'll hurt us. And there's even people that have gone to jail over this kind of stuff. And we're talking about things like income claims, product claims, all right, cross recruiting, all these kinds of things, making sure we're compliant, that we're using clean tactics, that we do what we say and we say what we do, right? That we're on time every time. We avoid Ponzi schemes and all that kind of stuff, right? We make sure that we're following the FTC rules for retail sales. We're avoiding, security fraud and all that stuff. What does that mean? Well, so for example, product claims, right? Product claims typically has to do with physical products, that maybe they're ingestible. And so you say, hey, I've got this juice and it cures cancer, right? You can't say that. You can't say that because you're not a doctor, right? And you're not a medical professional. And so all you can say is, hey, this juice can help with your health. That's it, right? But you can't say that it cures cancer or it will, it'll make you lose 100 pounds or whatever. You can't say that stuff, okay? And then income claims is the same thing, right? You can't be out there flashing, that, hey, I just made $20,000 and so you can come and make $20,000 too. No, you will get shut down if you do that kind of stuff, right? You have to be very careful to make it very clear to people what it is, how the opportunity works, that, the past results don't guarantee future, results, and that, it does take time and effort, and everybody's results will be different because everybody has different talents and abilities and that kind of stuff, right? We need to be very clear when we're talking about income that it all depends and that it does require work. Okay. So all that kind of stuff, right? And then if we're just honest with people and tell people how it really is, then they're going to respect us and they're going to treat us as a professional that we are, right? So don't fall into any of that garbage because it's not worth it. Okay. Then we want to say, let's go pro. What does that actually mean, right? What does it mean to go pro? It means that you actually start to treat this as a business instead of a hobby, right? To actually realize that you can make big money with this if you treat it correctly. Now, there's a lot of places you can go and find, lots of, there's tidbits and golden nuggets and training and everything. One of my favorites is Eric Worre's GoPro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. Is amazing book. Todd Falcone is one of my favorites also. He has so much value on his stuff. They have free training, right? You can just go in and find these guys. Ray Higdon, amazing. Like he says, you'll never become that of which you despise. If you hate rich people, congrats, you will never become one. So little tidbits like that he talks about. And then, of course, Jim Rohn talking about don't wish that it was easier, wish that you were better, right? So we want to go pro because that's what it means. It means we're becoming that professional person. We're becoming that person that people want to work with and, and learn from. We can become mentors, right? And that's the whole point. Okay. Now we want to sponsor, not recruit, right? We all have heard the famous Zig Ziglar. You don't build a business and build people, you don't build a business, you build people, and then people build the business. That's what it's all about. We're creating leaders, okay? One of the benefits of networking is the ability to bring in new business builders and profit from the sales that they make in their business. While some see this as using others, the reality is that you're being rewarded for helping others succeed. But for them to succeed, you need to see your role not as racking up as many recruits as possible, but in being a leader and a trainer. The focus then is on the success of those that you help into the business, not on you, right? That means that you need to take time to train them, to answer their questions, to celebrate their successes, and be a support when things are tough. So make an effort to share the product and business plan every single day, right? Many sponsors will have you focus on recruiting new business builders. However, your income in legitimate networking comes from the sales of products or services to customers, right? So what we want to do is focus on customers, because customers who love the products or services can more easily be converted into new business builders eventually, right? So that's the goal. Have it be customer focused, okay? So that people are joining and being part of it because they like the product, not because it's all about making money. And that will create more retention. All right, now we want to have mental toughness, right? We need to literally treat every day as if it were your first day. That's hard to do sometimes, okay? But treat it as if it were your first day. And then, you could say, oh, I've got a team of 100 people. And maybe you're frustrated because it's not 1,000 people yet. But you know what? If you treat it as your first day, what if it was your first day and you came in and had 100 people already on your team? Wow. Now you're excited, right? And you're not frustrated that you haven't hit 1,000 yet. You're actually grateful that you still have 100, okay? Treat every day as if it were your first day. Professionals don't take stuff personally, right? You just can't, okay? Take responsibility, don't make excuses, and have the posture, because we have the cookie, right? We have the answer, we have the solution, we have something that nobody else has that can change your life completely in so many ways. So let's be proud of that and let's share it. The most critical skill every professional in the business must possess is being mentally tough. This skill is more important than prospecting and takes more mental strength than contacting and inviting. Before any of these other skills can take place to building your empire, you're going to have to be mentally tough, right? Being mentally tough in network marketing means you're going to have to learn how to control your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, and your attitudes, especially when you're under pressure, right? You are to become the authority in your field. You are to lead others to success. Your desire to abandon the philosophy of the approval from other people will determine if you are a leader rather than a follower, right? It's not easy, but if you can learn this, if you can learn to be mentally tough, to have that posture to be able to say, hey, you know what? I don't care if the website crashed. I don't care if they didn't launch something on time. I don't care any of that stuff, right? Things happen, okay? And we need to know that. And nothing's ever going to be 100% perfect. And so when things don't work out like you hoped, right, or somebody just didn't show up, right, you invited them to the meeting and they didn't come, and you were sure they were going to come, don't take it personal. Don't let that affect you. Don't let that get you down, because that's absolutely normal, right? So that's what we're talking about here. Mental toughness, okay? Just keep on going and don't let anything get you down. All right. Number 6 is we're going to talk about or recognize timing and positioning, right? Amateurs can't see past tomorrow, right? They're focused on the today. But professionals can see the long play, right? So professionals position themselves way ahead of the game. They don't care if the product isn't ready yet or if there aren't already millions of people participating, right? They see an opportunity and are willing to take a risk or a gamble that it might fail, because it might, right? But you know what? They believe in it, and they know that it takes hundreds of failures before you have success. So let's just do an example. Elon Musk. We all know Elon Musk, right? And so did you guys know that back in 2002, SpaceX almost didn't happen, right? After the first 3 launches of the rockets failed, Elon had enough money to try just one more launch. On that last one, it finally did succeed, right? Now they're doing things no one ever dreamed possible, and they're worth $21 billion, okay? And that's just SpaceX, right? And Tesla went through the same stuff. So that's what we're talking about, is positioning, timing, right? Because if we join today, hey, we're right there in the beginning and we have all that potential. If we join tomorrow, we might, kind of be down the line, right? And if we wait till next month, look at all the potential we could have we probably missed out on. So don't wait. Don't expect everything to be perfect. Don't say, oh, I'll do it once everything's 100% ready, because you're just going to miss out big time, right? So recognize this. That's what a professional does. Now, we want to stand out, okay? We want to make sure that people know who we are. One of the challenges of networking is convincing prospects to buy or join with you, as opposed to the other reps that might live in your neighborhood or that they know online, right? So you're sharing the same opportunity as 1,000 other people, okay? Meaning that consumers will have a choice, right? So you need to do something that makes you unique compared to everyone else. So give people a reason to choose you over other affiliates. Some options include maybe more personalized service, starting your own rewards program, or something that offers greater value, okay? And that's just how we could do it, right? That personalized attention and other things, personalized trainings, whatever you think you can offer that makes you stand out. Maybe even creating just a team name, right? Something that gives people a place to call home, where they know they can fit in and get support if they need it. So this will create a family-like feeling where everyone has a common line of sponsorship. That's also a critical thing. You probably noticed in my groups, for those that follow me, I've chosen the team name Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese word that means personal development and continuous progression and being better each and every day. I love that philosophy and that concept. So I've called my team Team Kaizen for that reason. And so people know, oh, if they're part of the Kaizen team, they know who their leader is, they know who's part of it, they know who the family is, right? And they know where they can go get support. So I recommend that everybody do that, right? Choose your own team name. Choose a name that resonates with you, and create your own groups, right, on Facebook or WhatsApp or whatever platform you want to use, and invite your team to that family reunion, right? So they know who you are and what you can offer and how you stand out. Okay, very, very key. All right, then follow up, right? Eric Worre taught, the fortune is in the follow-up. While you don't want to pester and annoy people, in many cases, with good follow-up, you can make the sale or recruit at a future time, right? And networking is often about timing, and no doesn't always mean never. So if someone tells you no, but there was something in the dialogue that suggested that they might be interested in the future, ask if you can put them on your mailing or email list, or if you can call them in 6 months to follow up, right? Many will give you their email or phone number just because they want to be nice, right? So even so, actually do it. Put it on your calendar or your contact system to remind you when to call them, and follow up. Do a follow-up in 3 to 6 months and see where they're at. Okay, now let's make it personal, right? So Zig Ziglar again, you can have everything in life that you want if you will just help other people get what they want, right? So networking is a person-to-person business. That's what it is. It's a people business, okay? But while many people don't like that aspect, especially in the digital age, the reality is that it's the personal touch that's going to sell the products in the business, and it will retain customers and business builders, right? That's what we want. We want to attract them, recruit them, and retain them. So if you're just trying to get as many people to sign up as possible without actually getting to know them, you are selling, not sharing, right? Remember, the power is in the network, not in the one-time sales. So many companies will provide scripts or other tools to help you sell the product or service. And while those can be helpful in teaching about the product and how to deal with objections and so on, the secret is all about being a solution to what a customer needs. So by qualifying your contact first and then listening to their needs, you can actually tailor your pitch so that you're the solution to their problem. And next thing you know, because it's personal, because you took the time, because you sat down with them, because you understood them and listened to them, now they'll be faithful. Now they'll be a customer for life, right? Or potentially a partner, okay? So make it personal. And then, of course, the last thing, become the $1 million person. Jim Rohn taught, set a goal to become a millionaire for what it makes of you to achieve it. Do it for the skills you have to learn and the person you have to become. We do what others won't so we can live like others can't. Lottery winners and those that come into money quickly end up losing it all within 3 to 5 years because it didn't take any effort to get it. We become professionals and million-dollar people through personal development, constantly looking for ways to improve and learning to be better. You must put in the time to work on yourself daily. The top leaders and top income earners in today's network marketing world are also top learners. These professionals are avid readers with a daily ritual of self-improvement. So if you want to see significant growth from your network marketing efforts, you must constantly improve your knowledge. Read success books, research online for social media strategies, along with other network marketing tips. And of course, jump on my trainings. So that's it, my friends. If we can do these 10 things, I'm sure we will all convert into huge professionals that people will want to work with, that people will want to follow, that will want to go out and duplicate with and create legacies together. And that is my greatest wish for all of you. So thanks for jumping on today. Thanks for taking the time. I know it's a sacrifice, but I hope it was worth it. So with that, I'll bid adieu, and we will see you all next week. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Thanks, Jeremy.